and good evening from a very cold London in December. The second last Thursday, to be a matter of fact, before Christmas. We are in Shoreditch, and I'm stood next to this because I've got a nice big bright light here, so I'm going to walk. We are going to an invitation tasting tonight. Now, it's not a free tasting. I did pay for a ticket, but I was invited to it. It was invite only at a wonderful bourbon bar called Lowcountry that's just about maybe less than 5 minutes walk from Old Street roundabout. I don't know what's happening tonight. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know what the drams are going to be, the pours. It's all very unknown, but this is the start of my Christmas content, and I thought what better way of doing it than a little mystery surprise and see what we get. So right, we'll get through this estate. I figured while I'm walking, give you an update. This video was meant to be the second one at Christmas. I was going to kick it off with a tour around the Dingle Distillery, the Dingle Peninsula of Ireland, and Storm Dara, put an end to that. We were there, woke up Saturday morning, we were going to the distillery at 11 AM, and there was no power or phone signal or anything on the peninsula, and so that never happened. Sadly, it would have been fantastic. Maybe one day we'll get back out there. So now this is the one that's kicking off the festivities of December, shall we put it. Right, in we go, into Low Country, down into the basement bar itself. It's a beautiful bar, really, really nice. Great cocktails, great snacks, burgers are amazing. Now, the way the night kicked off, we had these three waiting on the table for us. It was completely blind, we didn't know what we were doing, we just knew a category that was going to come. Pen and paper was supplied, crackers were supplied, and we cracked on with it. Now, of the first flight, it was barrel finished, or barrel themed. We had this Dexter Freewood, this Heaven's Door double barrel, which was my worst dram of the night, and then a toasted barrel finish of the Mictors. And of these three, I picked the Mictors as my first choice. Then we had four come out, and this one was all around wheated Origin series, fantastic kosher wheated recipe. And the Old Elk, I clocked, wasn't from Kentucky. I could tell by the makeup of it. The rounds kept coming quite quick and fast. We had a break after, I think, this one. But as you can see, I'm not going to name out all the bottles you're watching, but there was some absolute belters. And these were all blind, and we had to guess. Pappy 20. Everybody was kind of shocked when that came out, because when you're doing these sorts of tastings blind, it's hard to get a steer. It is really quite difficult. This was the new Four Roses 2024. Kind of shocked me a little bit, quite dry on the finish. This was delicious, this barrel bourbon Mizunara cask. Alberta Premium Rye, that was great as well. Wasn't a huge fan of this, but I'm not a huge rye guy. And then Handy, of course. Take two of this, because I never turned the mic on, but I've just left Low Country. 20 dram blind tasting, that's what it was. Who knew? Not me. Fantastic evening. It was curated into sections like barrel finished bourbons, high proof bourbon, high proof rye, Whiskies that Ryan likes, who's the manager, who organised it all. So 20 in total, there was 8 of us. Really good chat around the table, we had to vote. The number one high scoring whiskey of the entire time was Bardstown, Origin, wheated, fantastic. So I think I'm going to have to buy a bottle of it, because it's given me that final push. I love Bardstown. If I get, I'll buy a bottle. There was a rogue one in there, which was Fielden Rye. It was unfair. They wanted it put in, apparently. The rep was in and was like, oh, fling it in. It's too unique to be involved in that sort of thing. We had the high rye category at the end. Thomas Handy. We had Pappy's. We had Elijah Craig 18. We had Heaven's Door
double barrel, which was the worst thing for me all night. Hated that. Overall, just a great experience. Great way to kick off the festivities. We're in full on whiskey season now. So please, do like, do subscribe, do comment, let me know. Short but sweet. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. And then you'll come back.